Okay, let's see if this works. Um, Not quite sure what happened. So, um, I'm on a different live session, so I hope you can find me. I'll try to correct the information after. It seems to be working now. So, yeah, I hate technology, I swear. My name is Terry Phelps, and it is Wednesday, and welcome to my craft room. And so tonight I'm going to share just a fun thing that I like to do sometimes when I look around at my paper, and I have tons of paper. And I like to look at some of the stuff that I just don't really want. I mean, I like it and everything, but I think it just needs a little something, something. And if that helps me to use that paper, um, whether it's a specific idea I have or just just to snazz it up, I like to just do this sometimes with some of the plainer papers. So tonight, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play with. I just have a stamp set, and I grabbed the in colors that are new, and I just started playing with some papers that I had that are kind of plain. So this is really bothering me because I don't know that anyone sees this because my first stream just kind of died out. Anyway, sorry. But let me go down to my desktop, and I am going to show you. So I just decided I really liked these stamped images. I'm not using any of the words because what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a new designer series paper out of these stamps. And yeah, so I just used I just grabbed a couple sets. Again, I'm just using the in colors, and I pulled out some papers that I thought would be kind of fun to work with. Now, these are not by any means just plain. I love them the way they are. But I'm going to just play and make it a little different. So, and then I also thought this was also a good design to work with. And this actually is from one of the in colors, this pack of paper. So this is from the Garden Poetry Designer Series paper, and it's gorgeous paper, right? And I love how these are like watercolor washes, but I think I'm going to play with this tonight, and let's see what comes up. You never know, do we? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in some of my ink colors, and I thought that this designer series paper would be a good choice because it's nice and bright like the colors that are in the new in colors, and they should coordinate really well with these colors here. So actually, before I do that, I am going to take and I'm going to swoosh some of this. This is called, gosh, Barely Blush, and it is really light, but you can see it. So I'm just going to take and I'm just going to swish it on this paper. And if you notice, like It's kind of probably hard to see from your so far away, but I'm putting this ink on here, and it is actually showing up really nicely, but it is really light ink, and that's kind of why I liked that. So that just kind of adds a swirl to the paper, and another little color dimension. It's not the same as the other colors, but it coordinates really well. All right, and so then I'm also going to stamp, and I'm just going to throw randomly some of these stamps. Now I'm only using, I think, well, probably like 6 stamps, right? So it's kind of fun. I'm just placing these randomly on. Now, if I had a particular idea that I was going to use with this paper, I could, be more thoughtful of maybe what where I'm placing things or what I'm using, but I'm not, I don't have any particular idea. I'm not thinking too much about this. I'm just playing. And so that's part of the relaxing part of this for me. You can always change stuff. You can always switch it up, but for now, I'm just putting some random images. Okay. And we'll put one right there. And then let's see. I love this is, I'm loving all the new in colors, but I'm really partial to the, what is this, hydrangea hue. I love hydrangeas anyway, so I'm just randomly making some marks. I'm going to turn my paper around. And I can come in later and add again, fill in some spots when I'm, if I feel like I need to change something around, it's just totally fine. Let's see. I love these colors. Oh, wow. I didn't even realize my shirt's the same colors. That's kind of funny. Okay. All right. So as you can see so far, I've just got these random images, right? And I'm really liking how that looks. So now I've used, I think, yep, all of the in colors. So now I'm going to take and I'm going to add some black because we need some contrast, right? And so I'm going to ink up some. And this might not be your style of how this looks, but again, this is just, I'm playing, and you can do this any way that works for you. And when I'm done, I'll give you some ways that you can use this, right? All right, and I want some background too. So I'm going to put and you want to go off the page sometimes, right? Because that gives out a good look. Okay. Oh, let's see, where else do I want to put this? Like we'll do right here. And I think everything's so like evenly placed. I don't really want to kind of mess it up. And I think I'm going to do just a little bit here. Maybe, yeah. I think for now, we're going to hold it off. Okay. Now, another thing that I want to do is I'm going to take my color, my hydrangea hue, and I love working on a glass, plate because you can easily work on it and everything wipes up pretty well. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the hydrangea hue and I'm going to add a little bit of water to it. And I'm going to do some flicking. I just want to put some color down. I want to add a little bit more. Super fun though. So this is just really relaxing to me. You don't really know what it's going to look like, really. You just play and you're creating your own designer series paper. Okay. And I think I'm going to add just a hair more. Oops. Maybe more than I think. Oh, yeah. Let's get some good speckles in here. And it's just great how it just adds a lot, right? And I'm getting splatters everywhere, but that's all right. Fun, fun, fun. All right, I'm going to leave that there for now. And I'm going to do damage control a little bit. My computer, everything's kind of got a little bit of blue. All good. All good. All right. And you could do that in a box or something, or outside, whatever, but just for the sake of showing. So look how fun all the flecks are. And so I think I'm going to do some marking. So Stampin' Up! Just came out with these white markers, and you get a set of 2. They're white gel pens. So I'm going to do some marking on here. And let's see. Another thing we could do with this, get it really watered down. I could take and highlight. I could loosely like paint this image. And I'm just making stuff up. So it's not like, you have to do this. This soaks up the paper pretty well. I'm just loosely, and I'm making sure that I'm adding a lot of water because I don't want it to step over the actual stamped image. But talk about an easy way to color something, right? I mean, it doesn't even have to actually be perfect. It's just a simple wash. And so look how fun that is. Fun, fun, fun. So look at this paper so far. We've really transformed it. So let's take and do I want to keep going? Why not? And the thing that when I do this, what I'm going to probably end up doing is I'm going to cut this apart because I'm going to make several cards out of it. Or it could be a scrapbook page. You can do all kinds of stuff with this, right? So don't get too hung up on, oh, this doesn't look perfect or whatnot, because it doesn't need to be. What should I draw? Let me make sure this is working right. No. Okay, let's do, I'm going to do lines, I think. I'm just going to go in with, and again, this is just things, and you just do stuff, right? It's like there's no rhyme or reason. It's not a, oh no, it's got to be perfect. It doesn't even have to make, I have no idea what I'm going to do, right? I'm just having fun. But I mean, what a fun way to experiment and make your own unique paper. I mean, this paper was already gorgeous. And, we're just making it even better. I think I'll add something right here. And maybe we'll go right here. But see how it's just, I'm just adding some lines. Yeah. And you can always go over things if you don't like it, But I'm just making it fun. I'm just doing kind of whatever. But look how much that added to this paper. And you could just keep going and doing whatever. Okay. Sweet. So I think okay. I like using white and black as really, great ways to bring out backgrounds or just great details in something. All right, so I think I'm okay with that right now. I don't think I'm going to keep going any farther. There's that fine line of going too far. But of course, I just saw another place. And the thing is that you can just keep building layers. Like I could go in and swoosh another color. I could totally change this, keep changing it and evolving it. But I really liked how that turned out. So I'm going to show you. So the things you can do is you can make this a scrapbook, 2-page scrapbook layout, right? They coordinate. You can just take the dies. If you're using a stamp set that has dies, you could do coordinating dies and build 2 really nice scrapbook pages layouts. You can chop this up into, you'd get 16 cards if you just did the typical 4 by 5 1/4. You'll get 16 card fronts. You could do one sheet wonders. You could do a 6 by 6 one sheet wonder, and you would get there's so many different patterns for one sheet wonders, but the one I have, you can make 5 cards out of or is it 4 out of a 6 by 6 piece of paper. Well, you have 4 6 by 6s in here, so you could make 20 cards, and they'd all look different, right? So you could use this as a cover if you do junk journaling or anything like that. You could cut this apart and make this as a cover. I have just been playing. These are envelopes that I can use as a little journal and decorate them. They have pockets, all that kind of thing. So I could take this and cut this apart, and this could be my cover. So, I mean, you can do anything with this. It's paper, right? You can do collage. You can rip it apart and make collage. You can, just make anything you want with it. So I love this. So what I just realized one of my lights isn't on. No wonder it's kind of dark. So I did the same stamps, same colors, and I took this and then turned it into this. And again, if this looks too busy for you, too much, that's okay, because when you tear this apart, right, it won't be that busy because you're only going to have sections. Or say you did this into a scrapbook layout, you're going to have pictures and things that are going to break this up. So, but they're totally different, right? Same stamps. I just did little crosses or X's like the paper. Yeah. But that turned out pretty. And then this was another one I did. And so this was the paper. And then this is what I made it into. Same thing. This time I just took my wash of the ink and I just highlighted one of the stamps. So same technique, same colors, everything. I just grabbed some kind of plain background papers that, went from, yeah, I like this, I will use it, but this is kind of fun too, right? So that is what I wanted to share tonight. I was going to cut some of them up and make cards, but you can do whatever you want with this. And if it helps you use up some of your designer series paper that you think is kind of boring, or you just don't want, you want to make it more personal to something you want to use, this is a fun way to do it. And it's just super relaxing. And, you'll have it in your stash. I mean, look at these pretty these papers. I mean, really, I think it's just a fun thing to try out. I think they all turned out really well. Super easy, relaxing, and a lot of fun. So let me go back. I am so sorry about my problems with the sound. Don't know what happened. I'm going to go back out and post this video link so that people can see that. So hopefully all this recorded. But I hope you're fine. It's Memorial Weekend already. Stay safe. I hope you have a lot of fun plans. And hi, Judy. Oh, I had a whole mess going on, but I was just going to close out. So I'm going to post this and you can see the whole thing, but I just was transforming some kind of plain designer series papers into something fun. So, but I hope you're good and have a great. Thanks. I know. I hope you do. It's just, Judy, I miss you. I need to have a chat with you, I think. It's been a while. And I hope everything's going better and good. You're doing okay. Awesome. All right. Well, I hope you try this. If it helps you use up some of that paper and make it more something that you're interested in, and you use it, that's awesome. All right. Well, you take care, and I will see you again next week. Bye. Bye, Judy.